What is up, IDP Army? It's your man Jordan Reigns at 50 Shades of Drunk. It's your first time with us. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a regular, good to see you again. Today, we are going to cover the top 5 dynasty fallers per keep trade cut in Superflex dynasty leagues. All right, so we're going to look at the running backs and the wide receivers inside the top 50 overall who have taken the most decreased value proposition over the last few weeks, 30 days exactly, and kind of adjust to the market and give you some advice on how to handle this situation with these players' stock going forward. As always, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We would love to see you again. Again, if you're new and if you like Dynasty content, we'll have lots more of that coming up soon. Dynasty, Best Ball, IDP, all of it. That's the trifecta for fantasy football goodness that we love to produce around here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The top 5 down bad dynasty players right now, according to Keep Trade Cut over the last 30 days, are Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Kenneth Walker, Travis Etienne, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, and Austin Eckler. Tyreek Hill has seen his value go down 6 spots overall. Cooper Kupp down 22 spots overall. Kenneth Walker down 8, Travis Etienne down 18, Christian McCaffrey down 11, Saquon Barkley down 10, and then Austin Eckler down 7. The one that doesn't make any sense to me, honestly, is Kenneth Walker going down, at all, just being injured. Not really good enough reason, in my opinion, for him to really go down after peaking at the Dynasty running back 1, apparently, about a month ago. So maybe this is a buy moment for Kenneth Walker. But getting ahead of myself, let's talk about Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is going to be with Miami for a while. Signed a 4-year, $120 million contract with the Dolphins after leaving the Kansas City Chiefs. Has a league-leading 100 receptions as of the point of recording this video, and is having a phenomenal year yet again. 28 years old. I understand why the sentiment might want to push him down a little bit, but he's blowing things away right now. It doesn't really make sense that his stock would be going down. This is, again, just people adjusting for age, the newness. I know Amon-Ra St. Brown and CeeDee Lamb on the last video for Dynasty, they're on the way up. Somebody's got to go down if these players are going up. So Tyreek Hill, in my opinion, still somebody to look to buy, even though his Dynasty stock right now seems to be going down. Cooper Kupp. I do not advocate buying Cooper Kupp in this dynasty market. 29 years old. The Sean McVay era seems to be hanging on by a thread. And Cooper Kupp, a big part of that, probably not going to return this season. And he'll be 38 years old next season. The Rams organization is in disarray. Quarterback situation for the Rams with Baker Mayfield, with Matthew Stafford, with 2 years ago Jared Goff. A lot of high draft equity playing football for the Rams. Cooper Kupp, we all know his draft equity not super high. Again, 30 years old. The next time he probably hits the field, coming off a major injury. His dynasty stock being down 22, I don't think is an overcorrection. I think it's a correction. His kind of production was unsustainable in its efficiency, in its volume, in its style, and we're seeing the market understand and adjust. On top of that, the injury, it's a good time to get out of the Cooper Kupp business, in my opinion. To give you an example of how bad things could get for Cooper Kupp, think about Michael Thomas. 2-3 years ago in Dynasty, Michael Thomas was Cooper Kupp. He was the reception king. And you're probably thinking, oh yeah, what happened to him? He's the same age as Cooper Kupp is right now. He just got hurt a little earlier. Yeah, the situation was weird, but situation is weird with the Rams too. I just made a trade in Dynasty for Michael Thomas. I didn't want to. Someone sent him to me for Logan Wilson. I got Michael Thomas and a 4th for Logan Wilson, the linebacker in Dynasty. You do not want to hold on to Cooper Kupp until you have to send him away for a linebacker. You don't want to do that because you can get a lot more than that right now, even if it doesn't feel like what you want it to feel like. So I'd advocate getting rid of Cooper Kupp if at all possible. I do not see his Dynasty stock going back up. Kenneth Walker, again, I don't really understand why the market is down on him at all. Had to just be the injury and the recency bias. So I won't spend too much time on him. He's going to be a top 3 dynasty asset at running back for a long time, in my opinion. Based on what I've seen on the field, I believe that. Travis Etienne, you guys know, or you may not know if you're new to the channel, not a huge fan of Travis Etienne. The situation has evolved, however. I do think that there is more upside and a higher floor now that Doug Peterson is gone. and James Robinson is gone. Travis Etienne still showing himself to occasionally be a bit fragile, worried about him in the long term. I think this is a correction by the dynasty market, not an overcorrection, maybe a correction. Still think he's going to stay in the top 12 at dynasty running backs for a while, but he was pushing up into the top 3 and 4 for a while there. Again, I think this is a slight correction and an understanding of the type of player he is and what we're going to get out of him going forward in Dynasty. So the market is down, but he's still going to be somebody you want. If you want Travis Etienne or have looked at getting him in trades in the past, now is a good time to make a move. If you have the conviction, I'm okay with the play. Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey, there's a bit of fatigue with these players now. 27 for Christian McCaffrey, or 26, I'm sorry. 26 for Christian McCaffrey, 25 years old for Saquon Barkley. Saquon has not been performing the last couple of weeks as much as people wanted. Christian McCaffrey, we have a bit of fatigue with both these players. There's injury fatigue. There's just being in the league fatigue, and there's the age thing. Their stock is down per the market. I think they're still going to be vital and pivotal pieces for fantasy managers for the next 2 to 3 years. Even though their stock is down per the market, I think this is a good time to get in on them as players. Hopefully they age out more gracefully than Todd Gurley, than David Johnson, than Melvin Gordon. Although Melvin Gordon aged out fairly well. But hopefully they have a more graceful exit to the league. They can keep pounding the rock. But like I said, the dynasty market, they want that new shiny toy. They want those new 2023 picks, and they're willing to give up quality players who have week winning and league winning upside. So these guys, in my opinion, these two, and honestly, Austin Eckler coming in here at third on this final spot, 27 years old as well, number 1 running back in PPR. I think this is just a little bit of an overcorrection on the market on Austin Eckler. Whereas I'm hoping that Christian McCaffrey and Saquon age out, still being a little bit younger. I believe Austin Eckler is going to age out fairly well. He's about to have 100 receptions this season. Even though the Chargers are not what they used to be, they're winning games, they're losing games, there's a lot of injuries. Austin Eckler has been model of consistency as far as fantasy production and how he gets his production, catches the ball. That's not going to stop. That's not going to stop being valuable in the routes that he runs across the middle of the field on the out. He's going to continue to age well. They're not crushing him with 20, 30, rushing attempts a game. Not expected to do that. So we could hope for our best hope, honestly, is that Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley sort of age out the way Austin Eckler ages out. That would be awesome. That's best case scenario. I don't think it's as likely. Again, they have struggled with injuries quite a bit. Austin Eckler did have his hamstring injury there for a while, but seems to be completely fine since coming back from that. So those are your top 5 fallers in Dynasty per the Dynasty market on Keep Trade Cut. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast feeds. Those links are in the description. Be sure to get our Dynasty Rankings, our premium Win Now Dynasty Rankings are available on Patreon or through the YouTube channel. Become a subscriber, a Patreon, and you can become a YouTube member. Hopefully we will see you in the Discord, in the chats, out there on the fantasy football field, winning, representing the IDP Army. If you found this video useful, thank you. Share it with a friend. Tell somebody about the IDP Army and come back again because we will have more